Hello, my name is Emma and welcome to a book haul. I haven't done a book haul in a while, and I'll probably do one like right after Christmas, which I know is coming up, but I like book hauls. I think book hauls are they're nice. They're like a little breath of, that was nice. I enjoyed that. Watching people show off their consumerism is always fun. It's dark. So yeah, I'm gonna do a book haul. A lot of these books are academic texts, but don't run away, okay? Because some of them are pretty fun. And I'm only gonna show like 2 fun books I've bought recently. Yeah. I had a research grant, or I technically have a research grant, or I did something about a research grant. I received and was awarded a research grant where I studied a woman called Dorothy L. Sayers, who was a writer in the golden age of mysteries. She wrote mystery novels, particularly like a 15-book series called the Lord Peter Wimsey series, and she's a character called Harriet Vane, and Harriet Vane's really interesting and cool, and I was really interested in her, and I was interested in like feminism at the time, and if Dorothy L. Sayers was a feminist, because she had this super interesting life. She went to Oxford and was a scholar and wrote ad copy and had a child out of wedlock, and just a fascinating woman. And she, in a very famous speech called Are Women Human, she talks about how she's not a feminist, but she also talks about how she kind of is a feminist in a very like specific way, in a very middle class white woman way, or a white type of feminism. So not intersectional really at all. But I was interested in her, and I wanted to write about her and write about how feminism was a part of her novels or not. And so I did, and I was awarded money to research this, and I have books to show you. So yeah, let's look at some of them. I'll show you the 2 kind of like fun books that I've bought recently. I bought The Night Watch by Sarah Waters because I've never read Sarah Waters, and she seems really interesting. From what I understand, she writes books about queer women, like historical books about queer women, which sounds really interesting. And then I bought The Lowland by Jhumpa Lahiri, which I've never read, but I've heard really good things about. I mean, it won, or was a National Book Award finalist, so. Okay, so first book I have, Documenting First Wave Feminists, Transnational Collaborations and Crosscurrents. I didn't really know much about this book. I needed to spend money, and I saw it, and I was like, this looks interesting, so gonna try it out. We also have Feminism, a very short introduction by Margaret Walters. I know about feminism in a very modern sense, but not really in any historical sense, so I thought buying one of these little books might give me a better idea of like the history of feminism. Also about Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay, a book that I've wanted to read forever, Everland, so now I have it. And I got The Essential Feminist Reader by Estelle B. Friedman, which, again, I think is sort of about feminist history, which I want to learn more about. I got We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, which I've read, but I only have it in Kindle, and so I wanted it in, like, book form, and I really want to like buy a bunch of these and give them to like my friends and my family members if I can afford that. We'll see. But I have A History of U.S. Feminisms by Rory Dicker, which again is about the history of feminism, which I think is important to learn about. I got Feminism is for Everybody by Bell Hooks, which is a book I've wanted to read forever and didn't own, so now I own it. And then I have a couple books related to like writing and Dorothy L. Sayers and stuff like that. I won't show you all the Dorothy L. Sayers books I got because they're all in the Lord Peter Wimsey series. But I have The Art of English Murder, which is by Lucy Worsley, who's one of my favorite historians. She does a lot of documentaries for BBC. But this is about English murder, like real life English murder, and portrayals in books and television and movies, which I think is interesting. I have The Letters of Dorothy L. Sayers, which is the collected letters of Dorothy L. Sayers, which is like a library book, the copy that I have, which I think is funny. I also have Creating the Fictional Female Detective, The Sleuth Heroines of British Women Writers, 1890 to 1940, by Carla T. Congle. I have a very famous literary criticism text, which is Gilbert and Gubar's The Madwoman in the Attic After 30 Years. I have Middlebrow Feminism and Classic British Detective Fiction, The Female Gentleman, which I believe is about gender, but also about this middlebrow feminism that Dorothy L. Sayers kind of subscribed to, which was middle class and white. We have Conundrums for the Long Weekend, England, Dorothy L. Sayers and Lord Peter Wimsey. And we have this book, which I think looks really interesting, which is Housewives and Citizenship, Domesticity in the Women's Movement in England, 1928 to 1964. So that's kind of my book haul. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited. Academics are a big part of my life. I am a college student. I just got done with my senior capstone thesis paper, which was about W. Somerset Maugham and the novel The Razor's Edge and masculinity. And yeah, and this channel is kind of reflective of whatever is going on, and this semester was just a lot of academic work, from research to more research to more research. So I wanted to sort of show that. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I plan on making a few more videos this month before I go back to school. Also, there's a live show coming up. Princess Diaries. Read the Princess Diaries with us. It's coming up like next week. I think the 21st is what we decided on Abby's channel, Abby Reads. So you should come and read the Princess Diaries with us and watch. It's going to be so much fun. Good times, get away from family, what's Christmas, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.